Well, could he be Alabama's next governor or U.S. senator?
Or could his second time to be taken off the bench mark the end of politics for the state's controversial former Chief Justice Roy Moore? Tonight, CBS 42 News anchor Lee Garner gets answers in an exclusive sit-down interview with Moore for the first time since being suspended for the rest of his term.
Roy Moore tells me he stands for disregarding the politically correct, and he thinks Alabama and people across the nation are ready for more of that. Do you consider yourself to be a somewhat controversial figure?
I guess. Not many people have been removed, placed back in office, and now suspended, and I think it's completely illegal. I think it's because people, politicians, judges, some on the court, don't like anybody that does anything different. They don't like the truth sometimes.
Chief Justice Roy Moore doesn't regret issuing the January 6th order about same-sex marriage that ultimately got him suspended from office. Moore is in the process of appealing that ruling. He says he's worried about the precedent it sets. But even if he can't get his old job back.
We've heard that you've interviewed with Governor Bentley for potentially taking Senator Sessions' seat. Is that right?
I told them that I'd be honored to accept such a position if offered, and that I think I have the qualifications for such under the Constitution. I understand the Constitution, the role of the courts in the Constitution, the role of the legislature in the Constitution. I think that this is a time of life where perhaps I am ready for that.
Your name has been brought up, and not for the first time, but you know, when Governor Bentley's out, are you considering the possibility of making a run for that position?
A lot of people have asked me about that, just like the Senate. I mean, I have a lot of supporters, and they've asked me to run for both of them. Of course, you can't generally run for both, but if I could, I'd probably see what the people want. I'm here to serve the people. That's what I did as Chief Justice. That's what I've always done, and that's what I'll continue to do.
Moore has been accused by his enemies of doing the opposite, of abusing his office to push his personal agenda and religious beliefs.
What are some of the things that you would do quickly to change the way that the state is run in the event that you were governor?
First priority, I don't know, maybe to recognize that the source of our power, the source of our blessings come from God. And I think that's a very important part.
And anytime his convictions come into question, Moore is ready with this.
Washington said, a just estimate of that love, seek my face and turn from substantially true, then morality or virtue is a necessary profession or propagation. Then render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's.
How do you store so many almost near direct quotes of everything from scripture to law?
Well, if you had ever boxed, if you ever fought in a ring, you learn that when they teach you things like keep your arms up, keep your right up above your face so you don't get knocked out, you have to train to defend yourself.
And Moore actually did box in his younger years.
It's just something that I've learned to do to defend myself. When I was in Vietnam and my life was threatened because of my strict discipline, I opened it up to a boxing ring and told anybody they could come in and box. And they did, and I won.
Did you have any kind of nickname or anything?
Well, in West Point, or in Vietnam, I was labeled Captain America, but that wasn't a favorable term at the time.
Moore shared letters sent to him years later by soldiers that served under him in Vietnam, recounting the boxing matches that only marked the earlier days of a lifetime of training. Only now, Moore fights with words, often referencing back to the Constitution.
But what right does somebody, just because they want to be another gender, have to do with anything in the Constitution? Same-sex marriage is not in the Constitution. They had to create a right, and that right is not even clear, because how far does it go?
Moore claims some people elected to high offices or even on the U.S. Supreme Court don't understand the restrictions the Constitution places on them.
But people going off their own agendas and trying to make the Constitution fit their agenda is not right. That's the whole thing that Washington stated in his farewell address.
All while Moore's adversaries attest he thinks he's above the law.
Keeping of their soul to him and well-doing us unto a faithful Creator.
We're boxing again.
We're boxing.
Head to our website, WIAT.com, for even more content from our exclusive interview with Roy Moore. In studio, Lee Garner, CBS 42 News.